they might be coming at you and you're running away from them. Right? Because it is a true famine. It's the Lord's famine. It's, hey, listen, we're here now, right, for the elect. Right? But it's a serious thing.
Yeah, they're gonna want this hot food. They're gonna want this hot food when it's cold. Cold out here, man. It's cold outside.
Yeah, well, yeah. Or they have a look. Well, that's very profound. Cold outside. They're lukewarm and they want hot food.
Reason why it's gonna be cold outside because there's gonna be so much evil, man. So much evil going on out here, man.
Wow.
So the love of many shall wax cold.
Yes, that's it. The love of many shall wax cold. Hey, you know that love? Well, that love is that nasty. To me, it goes back to the mark of disobedience. But it's ultimately Yahawashi not dealing with you, right? Because He's the love, ultimately, right? And He's the one that makes it hot or cold.
Okay, so this is back in 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 3. And through covetousness shall they which fiend words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not. For if the Most High spared not the angels that sin, and who is that? The angels are the Israelites.
That's right. That's where it goes right into Jude. Right? The angels in chains of darkness. Which is the changes on these bodies, and really your mind. Right? Because there's only so much we can do. But the Most High really took the chains off our mind that we were able to read these scriptures, man. And then the last change is on these bodies. Right?
Exactly. That's why the scriptures say the flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing, or something like that.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you're saying. Cause our minds, because our bodies aren't unchained yet, or else we'd be in the kingdom. We'd be reigning judgment, really. But our minds are unlocked. That's why we can go into the scriptures, the book of the law, the Holy Bible, the Most High's Word, and break it down, rightly dividing the word of truth. You know, we're properly breaking it down, and we're doing it consistently, man. Because we have the unlocking of our mind. Most people who read this can't take it in like that. That's why in Ecclesiastes says, much study is weariness to the flesh. It's too much for their mind. You know, but for us, we actually feed off of this to build our spirits. You know, that's a breaking of a stronghold too.
Yeah. Is that one about Lord? Is some more there?
I'm just gonna get the precept to back up the chains.
I'll bring out what it's.
Okay. All right. So this is Jude chapter 1, verse 6. And the angels which kept not their first estate, and the word estate really goes back to like it's like a home or a habitat, or a living situation. But left their own habitation.
So that's us Israelites. Okay, we're the angels, because that's all we are. We're just angels in fleshly bodies, but we're the angels that left the first estate, which is the law, statutes, and commandments. Right? And we left our habitation, because this is home for us. That's why it's called a heritage.
And it says estate. It says the beginning, origin, and it's Greek for arche. Okay, and it says that by which anything begins to be, the origin, the active cause. And because we were there at the very beginning too, right? And you know, serving the Lord in righteousness, and then we were brought down here on a low state. And it says the first place, principality, rule, majesty. Funny name. So it says, and the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved in everlasting chains, under darkness, unto the judgment of the great day.
That's right. And that's why we're, the elder was talking about it. I don't know if you talked about it earlier, but also before camp, about being translated. Because that's what we're waiting for, man. Because that's once, we're only in these bodies until the Most High gives Yahawashi the go-ahead, and then bang, everything starts popping off. Then we're not going to be in these bodies. That's when we turn from fishers to hunters. You know? And that's when judgment and all the prophecies you've been reading about in the scriptures that we've been speaking about are going to flourish the land. You know, and we're going to be, I think the scriptures say that we should be as running sparks on the floor.
Yeah, that's
paraphrasing.
Esdras.
Esdras, yeah. We should be like sparks running on the floor. So we're going to be, you know, all that type of acrobatics and spiritual stuff that you see in these movies. That's what the elect are going to be doing.
A good thing is the Flash. That's why it says sparks. When the Flash runs, it sparks. So that's true. And it shows you they get that from the scriptures, man. There's Marvel comics and all that.
Yeah, because the body's gonna be moving quick, man. Because look at these Jakes that do track and field, how they break records, man. Right? Always breaking records. You know, that's just a dime or a penny of the power, man, that the Most High is gonna give. Well, that's just the smallest
Portion.
fraction or whatever you want to call it of that power.
Or you could, I would say the stupidest thing, and it's really Yahweh working through that, even that individual, but because it's an earthly thing, just to show you an example, right?
Yeah.
It's a stupid thing when you think about it. That's what the brother's saying. Penny, it's penniless, but it's still Yahweh. So
Yeah,
Yahweh,
like
Yahawashi.
it's like our spirits can move faster than our bodies. That's really what it is. So like when you're thinking like I want to move like this, your body can't do that. You know, but that's because these are chains of darkness. But believe me, when the Most High sends Yahawashi down here and the elect are here, we're going to be moving as fast as we can think, which is unbelievable. If you really if you think about how fast the thought process is processed in the mind, that's how fast we're going to be able to move.
Moving like lightning, man.
You know what I mean?
See how lightning just that's going to be happening. Jake's going to be breaking the sound barrier right here on Earth, man.
Quick precept. To what brings it together. It was mentioned.
There is no limit on that speed. It's infinity, man. Because the Most High's power has no, there's no end.
There's no end.
Like we just have a certain thing because we're under the Most High.
Yeah.
But Most High is infinite, man. There's not a number you can put on him, man. The Ancient of Days.
That's right. Wow.
Because continuing around the Most High's throne is nothing but fire and lightning, man. Who can stand in His presence? That only Yahawashi and those angels that take counsel of Yahweh. You know?
Wow.
A man would fold being in the presence of the Most High.
He ceased to exist. That's simply what the brother is saying. Don't
Yeah. Because remember, it was only the Levites at one point in time in the ancient world. The sons of Aaron were only allowed to be in the actual real presence of the Most High.
Yeah, down at the bottom of the mountain. Them only moved. Well, if I'm understanding Deuteronomy, they could only come so far, but it was still in the presence.
Well, when the temple, right? Going into the temple, or when we had the tents as well.
Yeah.
Before we had the temple in the land of Israel, right? You had to go in a certain area. It was the holies of holies, right? So no one else could go in there.
Yeah.
It's only one high priest, and that's it. And that was a narrow path, man.
Only when he was told to go.
Yeah.
And of course, he had to be right. That's what the brother is simply saying, right?
Yeah.
You have to be right.
Yeah.
And we know about the dedication of
Blameless, man.
Yeah. He ceased to exist. So that's a powerful analogy in understanding. And all the brother is saying is that was played out down here in faith and power and intuition, right? And those are gifts from Yahawashi Shem Yahawashi. Real quick, let me give you the precept. I wanted to spit it out a long time. It says, this is Philippians 2. I'm going to just read from 3 to 5 real quick. Here it says, doing nothing through faction or through vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, each counting other better than himself, right? So that's not the spirit that we need to come in. And then it says, verse 4, not looking to each of you to his own things, but to each of you also to the things of others. Having this mind in you, which was in a Mashiach Yahawashi. That's what's really happening here. That's what we cry to Yahweh about, and our mediator ensures us that in order to stand before Yahawashi Shem Yahawashi, in order to get translated in order to get beamed up into those chariots, the mind of Yahawashi, the whole armor has to be on, because nothing is going to leave here from this place.
Yeah.
Fame, glory, nothing but the mind. And it's got to be a mind of Yahawashi.
Become an abomination.
Yes.
Remember, it says in Isaiah the 24th chapter, it's about how everything has been turned upside down. Right?
Oh yeah, Isaiah 29. Yeah. Potter's clay.
Yeah.
Potter's clay. Everything's turned upside down.
Verse 6, it's almost finished. It says, who existing in the form of Yahweh or power,